stay here on the ground. It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't make it. You take off on an updraft by the tower, and you overtake it. Every moment I see you on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Oh, I can't tell you why. Why you have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape parades you with a sound. It's delineated. No one here has even learned your name, but they all claim that they saw you land and land to do the same, but they won't make it. Every moment I see you on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Tell me there's an issue. I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. It's not the same when I'm with you. You open up, I fall right through. Came out of
Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully that cut over. Let's get YouTube up. Let's see, have we moved over yet? How far behind are my... Okay, yeah, my previews are far behind. Hello everyone, how's it going? This is a bit of a weird day to be streaming, but it is a Thursday, May 28th. It just happens to be my birthday. So, for my birthday, I was like, I want to stream Earthborne Rangers. And I was looking and I noticed that we could potentially finish it today. I don't have plans until 6, so we have like 5 hours. And we're on worm food, and we have this and then the other thing to get through. The day is day 19 on our campaign log. We have marked to read 94.9. You wake and it's if we've completed Rescue Cassandra, or if we're currently on, or otherwise. We did rescue her. No, it's not Cassandra. This is right. Cassidy, probably. I have messed that name up a handful of times already. You wake up to a shout from the trail. Zeke Zoll is at the edge of your camp on his stilt horse. When he sees you, he tosses you a bundle to you. Glad to hand that off. Cassidy says thanks. Then he takes off. You unwrap the oiled paper and find it filled with greasy Hydra jerky. The smell is pungent, but you're pretty sure she meant it as a sincere gift. We gain 1 energy of an aspect of our choice for the first round, which I believe we choose after. Our mulligans. We are also playing with the Ranger report, and this week's Ranger report is not showing up. Okay. May 23rd to June 7th. Elder Thrush has been talking a lot lately about her ambitions to blaze trails beyond the valley. Show her that the Rangers are ready for the task. This is probably in reference to the big news that we will talk about probably in the middle of the day when I have to set up and take a break. But of course, we'll just mention this is probably talking about Trailblazers. We will talk about the Kickstarter and the animated short in about the middle of the stream. It gives us midday sun. So instead of using the weather for today, which would have been howling winds, we are using midday sun. And whenever we clear a trail, suit 2 fatigue. We are definitely going to forget that. But good to remember. We are actually on a trail too, and I believe locations count. If not, just let me know. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong about that, but it would make less sense if it didn't. We are starting in Greenbridge, which is entry 29. So let's shuffle, draw our hands, and then set up, because that's, I believe, the proper method to doing this. I will apologize for no stream over the weekend, but I will let you know that I have scanned basically every card in my collection that isn't a player card. I still have to go through the rest of the player cards, but all of the player cards that we have, all of the rewards, actually, for all of the games. for all of the games, all of the expansions. This is the box. This is the core box that the original Earthborne box. And I put all of the campaigns in here, and then I just campaign stuff. So the trail pass, the locations, the weather, the missions, the reward cards, and then I just leave a space for my stream deck, or the deck I use for stream. So all of this has been scanned. I just have to go through and name it. That might be not true. I think I don't have the weather. The weather might be the last thing, but I'll check. But I have to rename basically all of these. Oh, and challenge. I didn't scan the challenge cards. I didn't think it was worth it. So this will be exciting, because it means that all of the expansions, because I have everything except for the valley moment, the moments in the... What are they called? The one for Shadows of the Storm. Because Moments of the Valley is this one, but Moments of Path, I guess it's Moments of Valley. But yeah, the moments for the 4 expandable I don't have yet. But we do have Shadows of the Storm and Spire and Bloom. And of course, Legacy of Ancestors. So all of those have been scanned, so I can finally get them up, and I can make sure I can actually pull up every single card. So that was what I was doing this weekend, was finishing up the scans and then just trying to figure out how I want to go about doing it. And there's more than likely some cards that will need to be rescanned, because I think the scanner came out kind of wonky sometimes. But yeah, it was a lot of work. Work I'm very happy to do, of course, but we're going to start off by drawing our 6. We haven't changed our deck, so I guess we can talk, because it's been a bit. The reward cards that are in our deck right now are the Ranger Badge, the Zoological Compendium, Biosign Sensor, which actually kind of worked out better than I thought, Mucus Reclaimer, Quizzy's Favorite Snacks, Tala's Perseverance, which will actually help us a lot, because we are kind of bad at traversing. I know, crazy concept, considering we are... Sorry, that was just a work email. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't... I have the day off, but you never know. You never know. Something could come up. But yeah, we are not great at traversing. So Tala's Perseverance is a lifesaver. We are the Voice of the Elders. We are Conciliator, and our background is Shepherd. Just for anyone who is new to the series, please feed. I will mention that, yes, the camera's a little tilted. I was trying my best to fix it, but it became a hassle. We are on 4 missions. We have Invasion Stage 2, which doesn't impact the Green Bridge, because it is not a ruined forest or mountain. It feels weird. It feels like Invasion 2 has had less impact on our car, on like our trip, than the other ones. Sorry. you're going to see me adjust the mat. It's because I have a really awkward setup because I have two monitors here and then the camera's in the middle. But I can only use one monitor right now for my setup. We will figure that out soon. Oh, I was shuffling the wrong deck. This is probably shuffled enough, but... 6 cards. Dear friend, biosign sensors, follow in the following footsteps, swallowing footsteps, and Quizzy's favorite snacks, and one more. Talos perseverance. I like keeping this because we're gonna need. All we need to do is get through features, attach them, and then we'll put the sensor on Greenbridge. So this can help with that because if these are if the features are trails, and then Greenbridge is a trail. So worst case is we can hopefully quickly get out of Greenbridge. Quizzy's favorite snacks I'm going to keep because we are in kind of dangerous territory. I think I'm going to keep biosign sensors because I like the idea that if we clear we're going to get some amount of creatures with hydra worms, and we put out beings on our own. With Oru, and Pokado. I like the idea that we can scout the deck. Try to put out another feature, because we don't want to stay at the bridge too long or it will snap. And we will come tumbling down, and it will be real bad. Following the footsteps for the same reason as basically all of these is they help clear trails. Or not trails, features. So we're just going to draw 2 cards only. A Paratopus Whistle, which is great to know, and a Pokado. Dude, the new arts for these two are going to be so hype. Alright, Greenbridge 29. Let's read the entry here. I probably should have read it before drawing our cards. I actually don't fully remember. A series of tall vine wither supports rise out of the swamp. Lengths of equally vine-wrapped cables stretch between them, creating a spindly living walkway above the treetops. The bridge creaks and sways as you walk upon it, and far below you can see the fortress of the cypress tree known as the Cypress Citadel. How stable is this bridge? Well, not very. From my past experience on playing this. We draw a card as the lead ranger. Then we flip over. There will be 4 struts. Oh yeah, that's crazy. It's 4 struts only. It's not even 4 per ranger. Yeah, no wonder this is a way worse place to go. Single overgrown reactor. This is a feature. We are gonna attach worm food to it. So when a feature enters play at one of these locations, I may attach this mission to it. We are at Greenbridge. When we clear this feature, when a feature this mission is set to is cleared, we add a progress to this mission, and when we have 2 progress on this mission, we go to 124. Oh yeah, this mission is also much easier with multiple people. And overgrown ruins. Alright, well, that's unfortunate, but it's not the worst. This is a good setup time. This is a Ruin Flora machine feature, so we can't put Talos Presence on it, but Talos Presence can make it so we can travel quickly. So that is fine. We're going to play Polka Dot the Ferret for 2 spirit. We're going to set up Quizzy's favorite snacks, so that way we're just not worried about it. We'll put the gear here, in creatures here. There's both along the way. It's going to be a little hard. I'm also trying to make it so that, like, it's not the most crooked thing on stream, but it is what it is. We can set up a... I don't want to traverse this yet because the traversing is 2. And we're just not great at it. I can't connect to Polka Dot and follow in the footsteps, but I can do that after. So that is probably gonna next turn. So that's probably how we're gonna clear this, is by cheating through the thing. So 1-2 Paratipus Whistle seems like a very fair and reasonable concern because Hydro Worms are out and about in plenty. We did forget our one thing. We did forget to choose a feature beforehand. With this hand, I'm just going to say that we grabbed a fitness. I have too much insight now, but I think it's just kind of like doomed anyways, no matter how we look at that. And I still don't know if I even attempt to traverse it, because 3, I would need the -2. I could commit Biosigns to it because there's only 1 being out right now. Yeah, I think we do. I think we're gonna... This is a little scoffed, but I think we're gonna try to use our 3 fitness that we have now. Oh, I forgot a very important deck. I even mentioned the challenge deck when I showed you the box, and I didn't put together that I need that out and shuffled. Yeah, so we're going to do that with 5. We can't fail. And we can put a decent amount into it. So that way next turn we can hopefully just clear it. Yeah. I think we'll be good and golden. Uh, 0. So we'll put 5 progress here. That is actually really good. Crest icons, though. One of the studs breaks. That's bad. If there's a water feature within reach of a ranger, nope. If this mission is exhaust a non-human being. I can spend a focus energy. So I exhaust a non-human being. Because I can do that. We're going to return our extra fitness. Oh, we should grab our spirit back. And I'm going to put a cover over the additional. Sorry, I clicked something on my mouse, so just have to make sure. And then we'll use Voice of the Elders, discarding, spending an energy of any type, and increasing the tokens on a aid card. Paratipus Whistle is our only aid card, so that will go up by 1. Alright. We'll gain our things. We'll draw a card. It's a Homeward Bound. Refresh. We add an extra cloud to Midday Sun. And we draw another card. It's a Hydro Worm. That is fine. We were expecting this. So I think we're gonna. No, we'll keep Homeward Bound. We're just gonna try and connect with the Hydro Worm for 3. +1, so we'll put 4 progress on the Hydro Worm. We'll do. I believe we resolve these, then I can play Fall in My Footsteps. Nothing here, nothing here. Overgrown. Overgrown Reactor and Overgrown Ruins have the same thing, where if there's an active Hydro Worm, they both add a damage. Oh. It's funny that Worm Food doesn't actually care how they're cleared, but we're going to clear them with things. I'm going to spend one fitness to follow the footsteps. Seems kind of wasteful on this, but it will clear it. So Worm Food goes up and has 1 progress on it. We need 1 more before we draw 3 more crests. I'm going to try and remember. Because I have Paratus Whistle, I don't have to worry about the crest problem. So we're going to remember for 2. I remember for 1. It's a Stout-Hearted Guardian. I actually like that, so we will draw it. Suns will happen, so I will suffer a fatigue. Oh, we did not leave ourselves... We did not leave ourselves room for a fatigue stack. I think I'm going to use Voice of the Elder, Awareness, and then pump up Paratipus Whistle. Oh, Sun Icon, sorry. No, it doesn't have, Hydro Worm does nothing because it doesn't have damage on it. We'll draw a card, and then we'll put another Cloud on Sunny Day, and we'll draw another card. Clip the Ranger Mentor. Not exactly who we want. We could read her entry, but her entry is just going to say that she's out with Cal Ivor teaching him some stuff. I'm going to pay 2 for Oru, the sheepdog. Oru, I'll move the Hydro Worm up. He'll gain 6. Can I Talos Perseverance the location without taking the fatigue? Oh, okay, yeah, I think I do because it's only for performing tests. I should have a way of bringing up. I should have the rulebook PDF instead of just having to Google search and hope that people on Board Game Geek are correct. So we move the Hydro Worm. I'm gonna try and remember my training. I think I said rely on my training because for 2 -1. Oh, Crest is bad. Theological Compendium. It might actually be worth it because Hydro Worms are a problem. So we will draw that, and then we'll another strut will break. That's real bad. I will exhaust this being exhausted, and I would suffer an injury, but I can Paratipus Whistle it. Nothing. If there's an active predator, which there is no longer, because this does fatigue. This does exhaust and then tries to do the damage, and I prevent the damage, as far as I understand. It would be kind of worse if it didn't do that, though. Oh, that's real bad. Strut breaking is almost the exact opposite of what I want. I don't feel like I can do much here. I feel like I have to be very careful. I can try and connect with Pokedo. This is not being very careful, by the way. -1, -2. Oh no. No, this is not being careful at all. This might be the quickest fail yet. We might have to just Talos Perseverance, leave and come back. This is hyper unforgiving. I guess we could just sit in a waiting pattern. Because all we have to do is just wait for a feature to come out. Fine. Oh yeah, we can homeward bound it. Yeah, we can just wait. We're just basically gonna wait until we see another feature. Because if this snaps when we clear a feature, it doesn't actually it won't even snap. Yeah, we're being dumb. The Hydro Worm can now be used in our benefit. We're being a little silly. Black mud, we can attach this here. It is an obstacle, so we can't interact with anything around it, but I don't think that will matter. Yeah, because my understanding is homeward bound lets me move these. How does obstacle work? Homeward bound and obstacle. Earthborne Rangers. We will find a better way to do this, but we're gonna just check because oh, actually, let's not check here. Rules glossary. O for obstacle. What does interact mean? You cannot travel if there are any rotary cards with the keyword obstacle in place. Buy cards in the campaign guide. This is actually, I feel like this is funny because most of the things that let you travel say to specifically ignore this rule. When you perform a test. Okay, so we're not performing a test. So my understanding is we're actually quite just good to just do that. Okay. Yeah, Homeward Bound for 2. We'll move all 6 features to here, which will clear black mud. Because it has 3. Worm food will get 2. We'll read 124.1.24. I keep thinking that this game, like, is actively trying to stop you from succeeding when it's not Arkham. You plant one of Cassidy's lore amplifiers and set it to standby. As you move away, you see blue light blinking at its top. Discard all from worm food. Check off the bubble next to it. Next to the bubble next to matching the current location. Then if both are complete, you read the following. The lore amplifiers are set. You need to meet with Cassidy at the Marsh of Rebirth and activate the lore itself. Complete worm food and game journey to the Marsh of Rebirth. Um, if you're on Lost Brother, complete that question as you settle on this approach to resolving the Reclaimer threat. Yeah, that's fine. We are not on Lost Brothers, which is probably a problem. But, oh well. We'll get rid of this. We'll get Journey, and then we're trying to go to the Marsh of the Rebirth, which we have discovered, but we've discovered already, but we also happen to have just known that the only way to get to this location is a card in the path deck. So we should probably the best in theory choice for us to do right now is to move from here and just wait. If I had another Homeward Bound, or if I specifically knew if it was a trail, but I think our plan is we can just rotate once. If we see it, we might be tempted to, if we find the feature card that lets us travel, we might just wait. Oh, it's perfect day, isn't it? Yeah, I think I forgot to do that. It's fine. This is technically worse for us, so. Yeah, I think I don't attempt anything that requires a test because this breaking is bad. So we'll pay 2 for Stout-Hearted Guardian. We'll use Voice of the Elders, spending a awareness to increase Paratipus Whistle, which does soothe us of fatigue because of Stout-Hearted Guardian. We get a Zoological Compendium. We'll spend 1 for a Zoological Compendium, putting us at 3 out of the 5, and then we'll put down a Intention Translator, which puts us at 5 out of 5. Gear slots. Oru can move Pocono up. And Pocono can get 2 2 progress. Wait, yeah, and then I can spend 1 from Pocono, exhaust him, add a token to an aid card, so add 1 to a intention translator, and put 2 progress on this Hydro Worm. No, Oru? Yeah, Oru, because then we can bank up Oru, and he can be our homeward bound bank. Cloud ticks down. We draw a card. We draw a path card. Reclaimer Mucus, which doesn't help us specifically. It's a Hydro Worm. I can just travel. It is probably safer to just travel than it is to play this like weird waiting game where we're like moving stuff around. But like, also at the same time, if we just move things around, we can get to a board state where I don't have to interact with this challenge deck. Because it's not like we have reclaimers who are going to come in and ambush us, so we just have time. Yeah. Oru can move down Pocono, putting 3 on him. Pocono can increase Oru and increase our intention translator. And we just don't interact with the board. This is weird. This is like the calm before the storm. Put 1 down on perfect day. There's no time like time limit. We can just get to the point where obstacles are the problem. Yeah, do we want to just, well, I guess we can't just travel now, so but I guess before we end the turn, we could just travel. I forgot that obstacles were going to be a problem. But are they? Like, I guess they would be. Yeah, because they would actually stop us, and this breaking is really bad for us. So we should actually Talus Perseverance this, and then move, and then we should move down. That's crazy. Okay, it's crazy how far my live preview is behind. I don't. So we're here. We can just travel down to the sunken outpost. Or we can travel up to the mound of the navigator. I don't know the difference. I think just down to the sunken outpost. Yeah. We'll just do down to the sunken outpost. Yeah. We do suit 2 fatigue, but funny enough, that doesn't actually matter. Yeah, and then none of this goes away. These go back in there. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We've taken down that already, so we just need sunken outpost. And then we need to get rid of the what is the other ones? Oru, a sinkhole, It's sad to see that if we actually had just waited, we would have been fine. But again, I couldn't. I don't see the point in risking that. Yeah, because I don't think it works in the way where yeah, it says one card says that the next time you can travel, you may travel to the marsh. The other one says that you travel, you go straight to travel, and you travel to. Oh no. Oh, okay. You travel to the sunken outpost. So I don't think I can cheese that. I wish though. That would be actually excellent. All right. Oh, that's that's weird. I almost never put the valley cards back in the section. I usually just put them to the side because I have to get them a lot. How many of these are there? There are 14. There are 13 currently. I think it lessened if I cleared some of them. If we dealt with the mega predators, we would have far less. We could almost roll. Sometimes I sometimes I like to do that where I just roll like an 8-sided die, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Not all the time. Just sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm shuffling properly. It's small decks shuffling. All right. 33. Cordo told you that when the Rangers first explored the valley, they set up outposts every few kilometers. They had deliberately placed some in the most inhabitable space, assuming that would be where they are needed the most. Pushing aside another curtain of moss and cobwebs, you see one of those forlorn outposts before you. The building has sunk deep into the swamp. Between the grime-caked walls and the hydra worms that seem to inhabit it, it's clear that no ranger has visited this outpost in quite some time. It would be cool if we could get like a mission, like not a mission, I guess, but like an expansion where we can like clear out the sunken outpost and like make it back into a ranger outpost. We search the deck for the next water feature. There's a water feature. And then we draw a card. And then we draw a card. Oh, it's the heart of the swamp. Oh, it's a trail. Oh, that's so funny. Would have actually. It's 0 presence too. 9 point. Yeah, 9.1. For the last hour, the ground underneath your feet has begun growing soggier. The rich scent of loam and decay fills your nose. Finally, you walk under a corridor of an arching burrow draped with hanging moss, and you find yourself standing on a narrow bit of dry land leading to a morass of black water, vines, and um, cypress trees. You found a path that leads to the marsh of the rebirth. I keep saying March of the Rebirth. It's Marsh. Oh yeah. It's 0 presence. Oh, and I can spirit connect to it. That's so good. Very committed to the Zoological Compendium. So it's spirit plus navigation for imagining the life of a hydra worm to intuit the location of their lair. 5 with sun. Oh, but it's clear. Yeah, so I get 5. It says clear, which so we actually clear it before. Okay, thank God. No other suns. The next time we can travel, we may travel to the. I forgot to put water on here. Oh, sorry, I forgot that on the top of my head. It will be nice when I don't have to lean over to actually read the cards. I can just pull them up on stream. Let me clear the board state. I'm really tossed. The board is slightly crooked to me, but like straight on for the stream, so it's a little hard for me to keep that like. I guess it's not. It's a little crooked, but not too bad. Like I think that's straight on, so like just slightly. Curse you. All right. That's awesome. Another Talus Perseverance would actually go such a long way. I definitely can't clear that. I mean, I could try. Does 0... It has presence 0. If I get 0 on a 0, I just don't add progress, right? But I don't fail because the difficulty is 0, or is the difficulty always minimum 1? Let's consult the text. I feel like I have to question this every time. Or I'm like, I don't actually... I remember like some of the most complex of the rules, and then sometimes I'm like, oh god, I have no idea. All right, choose a test. Commit effort. Apply modifiers. Success or failure. The number in the brackets, if there is no number listed, the difficulty is 1. But there is a number listed. Some tests show a difficulty in case. The difficulty is dependent on circumstances. Yeah, I think I just would succeed and put my effort on, which would be 0. Which is different than failing. Oh, and I can commit 1. This whole question is out of... This whole question is moot. I'll put 3. Sun icon. Nothing. Oru moves Pokedo. Pokedo increases Oru, increasing Paratipus Whistle. I draw a card. No, we'll just try and rely on my training, or remember my training. Pokedo or Dear Friend. Both of these are not helpful in this situation. We bottom it, we draw a card. Sun, nothing happens. And then we'll use Voice of the Elder to go to 6 on Intention Translator. We'll draw a card. Paratipus Whistle. We'll draw a card. Intrepid Mormont. We'll use Oru to add 2 to him. We'll use Pokedo to clear him. We'll capture him with the Zoological Compendium. We'll try and traverse. We'll use Biosign Sensors because I don't think I need it. I just need to get to the Marsh of the Rebirth. And then probably camp, and then we'll do day 20. Because I think the mission that we're gonna get is gonna require more than 10 cards. 4 will clear this. I should have kept... Yeah, that was a sort of a dumb idea on my part. I should have kept it for this test. But that's okay. We can live with the mistakes that we make. Crest, nothing happens. Gotta remember my training. Oh, it's the sun. I probably forgot to do that. We'll do that now. Two. Ranger badge is better and Star Guardian is unnecessary. We'll increase the water by 1. Oh, we can divert. Okay, yeah. I need to lock in. We'll do our, like, weird... Oh, Pokedo did something. I just need to add 1 here. And then we'll add 1 to Intention Translator. This whole board state's not going to really matter. I need to just travel. Draw, and then Arcology Sinkhole. I just kind of want to clear that. Oh, we're on a trail, right? No, we're on a ruin. Okay. I'm just going to take the 2 fatigue from the Arcology Sinkhole. I'm just going to try to traverse the outpost. I'm going to commit 6 to it. I put 6 on here, and then we'll resolve this going up by 1. We'll get fatigued again by the sinkhole. And that's it. And then we can travel. So we're going to travel to the Marsh of the Rebirth, and I believe I can camp. Because it doesn't say anything about not being able to camp. So that is day 19. We are going to continue the stream. We are probably just going to hit up a BRB screen so I can just pack up everything. And it puts a good breakpoint. So if I ever actually if I ever get the ability to do chapters on YouTube, I don't know why I can't. It just doesn't let me. I can do that. So we travel. We travel to the sunken outpost, and then we're gonna travel. Show all locations. Marsh of the Rebirth. What does it say? You may travel to the Marsh of the Rebirth. Okay. I'm gonna travel. I assume it's swamp. Oh, does it say on here? Oh, use the swamp terrain. Alright, we will be back in just a few moments.
You ever notice are the ways it stretched too far, and it has been knocked down while some of us are still left here between the scars. When you look around, all you ever notice is you cannot see the stars. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very far. When the last door closed, you packed your clothes and went back to Montreal. Said it was colder there, which still hangs in the air. It helps you forget it all. You left an empty bookshelf that I didn't fill till fall. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see it at all. Well, it will fade as all things must. I loved you, but you didn't love me enough. Winter comes, the car will rust. I'll start it up, then always run a little rough. This is a first-rate town, and all you ever notice are the ways it stretch too far. But keep the death rates down, it's colder than a winter spent in defrosting cars.
All right, we're just gonna mention something real quick. I hate when they do this. We're just gonna travel there and then camp and start from a fresh day. I wish it would be like just. I wish this was a consistent rule. Like if you're gonna have a journey, you always can do this, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can. So I'm just gonna say that we traveled there. We're going to the Marsh of the Rebirth. Is a terrible place to camp, but Cassidy helps you string hammocks several meters above the water. She also calmly recommends that you strap yourself into your hammock so you don't fall out at night and become a meal for a lucky hydra worm. With that comforting thought, you settle down for the night. We're going to complete the journey to the Marsh of the Rebirth and gain gruesome feast. record 126 above the next day track. So, sorry about that. We'll be back with day 20.
Now the space is filling up, satellites that I can't seem to keep track of. I get the feeling I'm not quite made of the right stuff to float between the rings of cosmic metal love into the orbit that surrounds you. That orbit that surrounds you. That orbit that surrounds you. That orbit that surrounds you.
Mission sequence.
That orbit that surrounds you. 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 And even when you lost your hair to shame and so much gone, I stood beside you then and there until the cut was done. And even when I lost myself in all of those tall trees, you took me down, you held me up, you patched my bloody knees. And then when we were older, there were miles between. I conjured you an apparition to show you what we'd seen. The sun, the earth, the wind, the rain, and holding out for change. And all the snow you couldn't let go, you danced atop a train. I'll go wherever you go. 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 I'll go. I'll go wherever you go. I'll go wherever you go. I'll go wherever you go. I'll go wherever you. Madeline, who lost the earth, made it out by noon. The sun had shone the earth as well. Her eyes were to have moons. And even when we lost ourselves to something in between, the words we shared are all still there to show us where we'd be. I'll go wherever you go. 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 I came in a bit before the opening said I took the bet. I know the rest is good, I guess. The cavern is a crowd around and I can scarce get by on second breaths between the breaths. Now sleep, I never eat, I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know and what I know. So I walked down the back before the second set settled my debt. I'll miss the rest, that's fine, I guess. The cavern is a crowd around and I could scarce get by a second breath between the press. Now it's 3 a.m. and I don't know how I'll get home. The way is barely paved. I can't keep my eyes from closing, so I'll hit replay.
Alright, hello guys, welcome back. So yeah, a little bit of fixture in the middle of the break. I noticed that we could have just traveled to the marsh, then camped, considered camp, and say, hey, we need to do this next day. So we just did that. I was like, oh, because I was like, oh, if we can just do that, we'll just do that. It doesn't. It seems so goofy. It doesn't make, I guess it doesn't make a huge difference, but it's like, just like, I wish all journeys did that. Then it would just be fine. I just know that journeys do that, but I think there are some journeys that don't do that. And it's like, well, okay. I guess I should have assumed the finale. All right, we're gonna read 1.26 for the start of the day, as it was told us in the instructions when we camped. Actually, we should go to, journey 125. We should read this as the end of yesterday. As you carefully step around the creepers that fashion the heart of the marsh of rebirth, you and Cassidy suddenly find yourself face to face. Her eyes go wide, and for a moment she seems surprised, that as surprised as you are, before she visibly puts herself together. The lore is ready, she says. Have you set the lore amplifier? You tell her that you have, and she nods and pulls back her sleeves to reveal the activator strapped to her wrist. Cassidy looks at you. Once I activate the lore, there is no going back. We'll have to stick around long enough to make sure it's working. And it can get pretty dangerous. Do you want to begin now, or do you need some time to rest? We said camp and start fresh tomorrow. Ends of the day. The Marsh of the Rebirth is a terrible place to camp, but Cassidy helps you string hammock several meters above the water. She calmly recommends that you strap yourself into the hammock so you don't fall out at night and become a meal for a lucky hydra worm. With that comforting thought, you settle down for the night. We read that already, but in the morning, you wake up in the morning and carefully look around before getting out of the hammock to make sure the mucky waters aren't hiding any hydra worms. Despite the night streaming of rolling hungry masses just beneath your feet, you feel much better rested than you did yesterday. Cassidy leads you to the murky and mist-filled heart of the marsh, finding a spit of relatively dry ground to stand on. Then Cassidy triggers the lore. Almost immediately, you hear scuttling and splashing, the sounds of reclaimers heading toward you. Cassidy holds her breath and raises her whisper crack darter. We need enough of them here to drive the hydro worms into a feeding frenzy. One moment. Sorry about that. I heard some noise outside. But looks like it was just some birds. Alright. We just need enough of them to drive the hydro worms into a feeding frenzy. Until then, we have to just survive. Search the tunnel down for Cassidy, which we did. Put her into play and put her within reach of a ranger of your choice. We don't have a choice, it's just me. Don't read her entry. Search the general set for 5 reclaimers and shuffle them to the Pathic. We already did. Day 20 on the campaign log has Howling Winds, and we normally only play 1 day with the Ranger report for the 2 weeks. So we'll have Howling Winds. 9 for Marsh of the Rebirth. Marsh of Rebirth. The Marsh of Rebirth is the very heart of the swamp, a swirling mirage of sluggish currents and thick waters stained with tannus. The heavy, humid stench of rot fills your nostrils, but despite the smell, the oxygen-rich air leaves you feeling invigorated. The Marsh of Rebirth is a place of decay and death, but also of newborn life. All right. We don't read her thing. We have put 5 hydro worms, the 2 cards for the Path of the Marsh of Rebirth, and the Cyclone for Howling Winds. Gruesome Feast is our new mission. When there are 2+ rangers, so 3 reclaimers in play, attach this mission to the location. We can use its lore to scout the paths for twice our effort. Put reclaimer cards you look at as if into play. If they have the ambush keyword, treat them as they did not. So I think the plan here is that we're gonna set up a little bit at the beginning, get rid of obstacles that are in our way, and put just enough progress here that we can leave, and then we'll just rip cards. We're just going to use this. We're going to take a lot of damage, but hopefully the mountains will help us. That is not my deck. We're going to draw 6 cards, and we will begin day 20. Gruesome Feast. If I edited videos, the title card would show up. We are looking at animating some cards coming on screen soon, as I said at the beginning. Oh, no, we'll continue this. We're gonna. I plan on streaming for the next 3 hours, 4 hours. So I think we'll be good. We can do this day, and then hopefully when this ends, we'll talk about the news. And if that's the end of the stream, we'll just talk about it at the end of the stream. There is news about Earthborne Rangers. If you don't know yet, you probably aren't following Earthborne games, but it's still good to talk about. I want to hear if anyone else is excited. So this hand is... We'll keep an Oru just so that we can clear the hydro worms that are going to be becoming a problem. Dear Friend is interesting because I can go and get the person who is hiding here. I might keep it just for that. I think that would be funny. Pokedo can help with our things, with our aid cards. I'm going to put Reclaimer Mucus because reducing presence of cards is going to be really important here. But I think these 3 can just go. I think Oru is going to help at least clear some things that we don't want here. Paratipus Whistle is very good. Biosense are good, and Following Our Footsteps is always good because it can get rid of obstacles. Because we're actually pretty good at connecting. We cannot connect with Cassidy, but Stout-Hearted Guardian was not shuffled. We're just going to shuffle it in. Oh, and these don't go into discard. I have been playing a lot of Marvel Champions. I'm glad I didn't make that mistake last time, but I think I sat there was like, make sure to shuffle, make sure to shuffle. So. Yeah, with that, we are going to search the path deck for the next Hydro Worm. Perfect. Then we're going to draw a card. When you travel to any location connected to a swamp path, use the swamp path terrain when you build that path deck. Cool. Reclaimer Seeker with Ambush. That actually sucks. We didn't want them that early, but that's okay. We're going to play this Paratipus Whistle now then, because we'll actually really need it, because there are 2 predators in my way. We'll actually use our awareness for the first time basically ever. We're going to put the Reclaimer Mucus on the Reclaimer. Do we? We can put it on the Hydro Worm. We actually want Reclaimers here. I'm just worried that after the attached card fatigues the Ranger, and if we're going to be passing by it a lot, it's going to fatigue me quite a bit. But I don't think we're going to do it too often. I think our plan is just one big travel. So I think this will be fine. We just want the Reclaimer, the Seeker here, so taking less fatigue from the things that we want to keep around is, I think, better long-term strategy. We're going to play Oru the Sheepdog. We'll move the Hydro Worm up and put 2 progress on it. We're gonna Dear Friend. I think this is really funny to Dear Friend for the person we don't know. Ale, Ambitious Shaper. Ale? I think it's Ale. Being Human Exile. Friendly. 74. Enters play if we are on Gruesome Feast. We're on 2 things. I think it's the first, though, right? Like, it's the top option. From amidst the chaos of the Reclaimers entering the swamps, you hear a yell and see a brightly colored figure making his way towards him. After disappearing after the flood all those days ago, it looks like Ale made his way to the marsh. What is happening? He exclaims. After last time, I was a bit nervous about my powers, but I can still try to help you the best I can. Perfect. Come help. He'll add tokens to the weather, which is probably not great. But I think that's funny. And we might actually even just try and clear him, because he is kind of a liability, but having both him and Cassadine, I feel like I can navigate keeping them both alive. I haven't made any checks, and I don't really want to. No, I think I'm good right now. There's 2, and I'd suffer an injury. Oh, but I could use them. Oh, and the thing is 0. Yeah, okay, we'll try and just dig deeper into my deck. We'll just try and dig into my deck. Oh, please. So, we're going to commit 1 focus to just try and dig. We'll also use Voice of the Elders and the Fitness, because we probably won't use that to increase the Paratipus Whistle. Here. We'll scout 2. Homeward Bound isn't terrible. Pokedo can clear more, though. So, am I going to take... Yeah, I can add 3 to the Hydro Worms. Okay, yeah. I don't think I'm going to take any damage, so we'll leave Homeward Bound at the top because it could be useful, and then we'll draw Pokedo. Actually, we'll put Homeward Bound at the bottom because I think we could get better. We're just trying to dig. I'm going to put the coins back, but we're going to resolve the thing first. If there's another Hydro Worm, there isn't. If there's an active predator, exhaust this being. Add 3 damage to the active predator. It's my choice. And then 3 to Cassandine. We'll add a mucus to the location. We'll add a token to the weather. That's right. That's cool. I actually think he might be more of a liability than a benefit. All right, we'll end our turn. We'll draw our card. We'll draw a card. Dear friend again. That's not good. Reclaimer Seeker. Oh, perfect. Ambush. 2 from Pokedo. We'll move we'll move down the Hydro Worm, going to 4. No, we'll move up Pokedo, adding 2 to Pokedo, and then we'll use Pokedo to increase our Paratipus Whistle, and then increase Hydro Worm to 4. Two, 3, 4. I could try a test, but I'm pretty bad at it. There are now multiple Reclaimer Seekers, so that could be a problem. I need to get Al out. I think I need to get Al out of here. Because I can use these 2 to exhaust these. One will take 2 damage, one will take nothing, and then I can use Paratipus to ignore the damage. Yeah, because I have to ignore this damage. Yeah. Because it will happen first. I can dig deeper. I think I kind of have to. We're going to try and dig deeper. 2 focus. -1, I'll scout 1. I like this, so we will draw Talos Perseverance. It has more travel icons. 1 here. Add 2 wind. We'll just go to 3. During a refresh, that will flip over. That's fine. There is 1 harm here. So we'll search the deck and discard for a Hydro Worm. Oh, he starts his turn here. That's fine. There's none here. Just move the predators up. Sorry, this board state's going to get way messier. One moment. There's so much going on. Now I can't just ignore the damage. Okay, I do need something. Another Paratopus Whistle will be good. I think I'm going to just charge up my Paratopus Whistle and pass the turn. Because I can't safely act. Follow my footsteps is a good start. Oh, I already had that. Following my footsteps is actually not a perfect start to this. I don't know why I thought it was going to be so good. Howling Winds flips over to Thunderhead. That's fine. Okay. So I can clear Ale, but he actually I kind of need to keep because I need him to soak up some damage. So we're going to bring down the Hydro Worm, add it to 6. Then we will use Pokedo's last thing, increase my Paratopus Whistle again to add 2 more, so he goes to 8. No, let's hold that off. Because I think I can just connect to him. I'm going to try for a 4 test. Yeah. That will clear him, and then Crest will happen, which is bad, but not the worst. Lightning ready a thing. We don't have to worry about that. There is no unreadied. Reclaimer Seeker. Oh, I'm going to take an injury. Oh, because these 2 are up. Fuck. That's fine. I'm going to ignore one thing, and then I will take an injury. We kind of... I should have moved down a... No, I need to move him down so that way I could interact with him. That's right. Then I will suffer from here. I will have Ale fire first to exhaust it, and then add damage to this being equal to its presence, which is 2. Good news, I actually can now basically traverse for free. I'll take the 1 fatigue from here. I think that is fair. I did use Paratopus Whistle with 1 charge. We're going to do a 6 move, -1, turns to 5. We will ready a being. We'll ready this predator. And then Cassidy can take the 2 from the crests. But we have 5. So now we can just sit back and let the board fill up, and then we can travel. So long as we don't get a... So long as we don't get a obstacle, we're good. We'll take a fatigue, and then we'll draw a card. Okay. Then we regain our energy. We draw another card. Heart of the Swamp. That's fine. are already here. Thunderhead flips over. Oru will move this guy up. We'll spend one off of him to clear the Marmot. No. Actually, the Marmot can stay. I don't care. We'll move Pokedo down with him. Then we'll use Pokedo, increasing the Paratopus, to put 2 on Oru. We're gonna just... We're just gonna rest. We're just homeward bound. So as soon as we get another Seeker, we're good. Hydro Worm. That is fine. I just don't want to interact with this board state. It's kind of killer. Move Pokedo up. Use Pokedo. Charging up my Paratopus Whistle. Putting 5 here. We have 5. We can travel away from the heart. We're just gonna pass turn again. Oh, I need to do an action, don't I? Oh no, I can do these and then I can take my action to pass. Yeah. Cyclone. That's fine. You know what? We can at least actually like try and deal with the Hydras an amount 2, and then we can put it to 4 by using Pokedo. I can try to deal with it. It's just like a lot of this is like waiting. We're just like 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 turns. Black Mud. That was a problem we are expecting. But that is why we have Homeward Bound, and we can move all of that progress to clear that. Or we will move. Pokedo will put this to 8, and we will pass turn. Oh my god. This is not okay. Oh, I do need another Reclaimer to come out. 3 more turns. I'm gonna do Zoological. Oh, this is bad. Oh, we actually have even less because we can fatigue out too because of the Reclaimer Seekers. Pokedo will move the Hydro Worm up and clear it. We will play the Zoological Compendium, I think. We'll exhaust to attach a Hydro Worm. This is bad. I don't even know what happens if I fail on this mission. Alright. That will be our turn. Oh, this goes to damage technically, and I draw this. Hydro Worm is not what I need. 2 more turns. Technically, I need it by next turn. We can clear Ale. No, it's just like this. There's too much stuff now in this way. And it feels like this has always been luck of the draw. I was just hoping to get a little luckier. Pokado can come down. And then yeah, it has to be this. This has to be the card. Okay. I think we just lose. So what happens when we fatigue out? Yeah, we haven't completed the mission. That's fucking I couldn't. I can clear guys all day long. I cannot clear this board. It just becomes too many predators too quickly, and it's all Hydra worms. So we get to 128. I mean, it's an ending. Maybe. I don't even know. The seething tide of reclaimers surged towards you. You click in hungry anticipation, injured, exhausted, and out of options. You prepare sell your lives dearly. Suddenly, from across the swamp, Darter punch into the reclaimers, knocking several to the ground. You see Cal Iver and 3 other rangers attacking from the flank, carrying whisper cracked daughters and firing as fast as their fingers can pull the trigger. They manage to cut a path into the heart end of the swarm, and you can see Cassidy run forward, Darter in one hand and Lore held tightly to the other. Twice she seems about to be overrun, but Cal Iver fires into the fires to keep but Cal's fire keeps the reclaimers at bay. Finally, she reaches the center of the swarm, raises the Lore high and turns it to the maximum power. A moment later, Cassidy vanishes into the tide of the reclaimers just as the water around them begins to churn and forth, rolling the voracious mass of Hydra worms spawns all others begins to feed. Right? Cassandra is lost in the campaign tracker. Complete all story and interlude missions. Story. Alright. Cassidy is lost, not Cassandra. Reclaimers consumed. Huge segments of coil flesh erupt out of the water and fangs fill the circular maws, lunge forward to scoop up the straggling reclaimers and gulps them down in a single bite. Cal and his team reach you and help you to your feet. Dragging you out of the march, you hear a horrible symphony of hisses and splashes and terrible wet crunches. Drowned by the roiling frenzies, the other Hydra worms join the feast. For once, Cal's face shows no trace of cocky superiority. We came as soon as we heard word of your plan, he says. I just wish we had gotten here sooner. You can't help but wish the same. The reclaimers have been dealt with, but what at cost? If Cal hadn't come along, when he did, you would have perished alongside Cassidy. Come on, Cal says, putting your hand to your shoulder. Let's get back to Lone Tree Station and tell Eider Thrush what happened. Yeah, because this is like, even if we drew this card... No, I'm showing Firefox still. Yeah, if we drew this card, which was this, we would have then just fatigued out. Because we would have had this card in hand. And I don't think... Yeah, and Paratibus Whistle doesn't help us with ambush. So we were just one card. If we didn't suffer that injury foolishly, we would have been perfectly fine. So, it happens. Let's complete this. We complete Invasion Stage 2. We complete Gruesome Fest. We have Gaston Dean lost, which sucks because that means we can't even find her on side quests, I don't think. It doesn't say to remove her from the collection, though. Oh, permanently removed from the Tumble Down set. Whoopsies. We get Journey to Lone Tree Station. That was the finale, though. Nope. Yeah. So I think that means we camp for the night. What's funny is we could have moved away, which means Cassidy could have lived, but I get that it's a less narratively interesting thing. Yeah, if it was, yeah, it's 2+ and we only had 3. And we couldn't lore because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 fatigue just to even try to do the Gruesome Feast. And I just didn't have the necessary tools for it. And then it became so bad that, like, if I even tried to, like, make a test and I drew 1 crest, I was dead. But I guess the thing is I should have just attempted, because, like, nah, never mind. See, I could feel it in my bones. I was like, this is not worth attempting. We're gonna just die. I don't think I got the other Paratipus Whistle, because that could have helped a little. There was a little bit of Oru farming. I could have maybe cleared one other thing. You did miss it by like 5 minutes. If you scroll back, you're on YouTube, so you can scroll back. And thanks. We're gonna still play. The finale just happened, and I got racked. I thought I was gonna do so well. The setup was so good. We had 5 here. We were like, cool. As soon as we get the last thing we need, we can move. We're gonna play still. It's my birthday, so I have friends coming over for D&D in like 3 hours, 4 hours. So I'm definitely gonna play a little bit more. But yeah, if you want to scroll back and catch up, you're more than welcome. We're gonna talk. I've not caught up with the episodes. Yeah, we just finished Gruesome Fest. But yes, we went with the worm food, even though I've done now both. And the reason we did Gruesome Fest and worm food was that previously I had actually done in my single player, in my like off stream campaign when I first got this game, I did Washed Away. / whatever the other one is called. I don't know what the before Washed Away is called. Yeah, I mean, it was. I just didn't have the tools to like clear all of the Hydra worms, and I got an injury early. Not 3. I got an injury early, and that killed all momentum. It became basically it became basically I had 5 here, and we were just waiting for the third one. Yeah, I've done Washed Away, and I did it with a character who could have done this one much easier. Yeah, it happens. It was just like it was literally we drew the we gave up like technically one turn before the end, but it was no cards in stack. Top of deck was Reclaimer, so it was like, oh, if I stayed, we would have lost. If I left, we would have lost. So it happens. But yeah, I have not caught up. Yeah, well, it doesn't help that I'm also really inconsistent at streaming. But today, as in the title, it's my birthday, so I took the day off of work and I want to finish Lore of the Valley. We've also finished scanning all of the cards. I do have to name them, so that's going to take some time, but I do have, as I said early in the stream, this entire box, except for I think maybe the weather, I might need to redo. Yeah, it's no problem. They're always up, so there's no rush. It's not like I'm gonna delete VODs. Yeah, I guess we can talk about that. Yes, the plan is at the end of the day. The plan is yes. I'm gonna do. There's a bunch of stuff that we still have, like arcology, archaeology, which we haven't finished. We need to go see Jelo, and there's a bunch of side missions that we just haven't interacted with. So my plan is we have Journey to Lone Tree Station. My plan is to complete this. I swapped computers. Yeah, so my plan is we're going to do some stuff. We're going to do the epilogue. We'll just go through and do some side questions. And then my plan is, I think my plan is to do the 2 boxes that we have. Yeah, yeah. The SSD on my laptop, on my desktop is dying, and I just, instead of buying a $300 SSD, I'm buying an airplane ticket to go to the Ranger retreat meetup. So it kind of works works out to be like, well, we can just swap to my laptop, which is just running better. There were some issues. You'll notice that there was a stream earlier. It tried to stream in 4K and was trying to cook itself alive, so I fixed that problem. Yeah, but yeah, we're going to do some of the side logs. We're going to do... yeah, I kind of committed to it without thinking about it and went, sure, I'll do it. It's like... I work for a manufacturing company. I don't work in manufacturing. So they do some weird they work like weird 980s, so I have like every other Friday off. And lined off with an off Friday, so I was like, oh, I only have to take like Thursday kind of off. I can do like a half day, go to the airport, fly out, stay over at the Airbnb they're planning, and then leave Sunday, and I might just flex Monday. I might just be like, hey, I'll be in on a half day and I'll do my coding the other day. Yeah, Colorado to Sweden seems way too expensive. I have to do Boston to Colorado. So I had to be like, I can't do the camping portion. But yeah, as I said, we're going to do the epilogue. We're going to like travel around. I kind of want some easy days. Then we're going to do what are they actually called? Are they Valley expansions? Team Covenant. Yeah, we're gonna do the 2 Valley expansions that are out. So Shadow of the Storm and Spire and Bloom. And if the third one isn't out or like isn't close, I guess we don't know the release date, so it's kind of hard. But like, yeah, I think there definitely will be. I think there's enough interest that I think even if the organizers this year don't do it, there will be some interest in doing it. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. Plus, also, I get to meet some people in this community because I haven't. Earthborne Rangers is weird because like I'm the only person besides like my friends who I convinced to play. Or not even convinced. Like they like it too. They like the game, but they're not like. I'm like in the Discord. Like I've played this game. I've probably put 200-300 hours into this game. So like it's nice to meet some of the people who are in the community, and then do the Incandescent Skies multi-table event. But yeah, I think the idea is to do the epilogue, do the 2 boxes, hope that the third box is out or is like we have a feeling that will be out soon. Do the 3 boxes that are out, start Lore of the Ancestors, or sorry, Legacy of the Ancestors. That is my kind of ideas because I want to. Yeah, a blog. I will try and record some amount of a blog. I have this little action camera here. I do it with Netrunner, so I've done it once with Netrunner. I've recorded 3 times. I've only. Yeah, I can definitely try and do a blog. I don't know how well because some people won't want to be on camera, but I can at least try to get some amount. But yeah, I think we have Journey to Lone Tree Sky. Oh yeah, because all of these go away. I don't have my. One moment. Just for our poor suckers who can't go. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'll attempt. Oh, I guess you can still hear me. I have a wireless mic on. That's right. Where did they go? Oh, where did I put my spare dividers? I have too many card games. He says as if he doesn't continue to buy more. He says as if he won't just buy another one as soon as he finds something that piques his interest. Oh, maybe? Nope. Alright, well, I don't know where they are. I need to find the displacement because do you know? Alright, I'm gonna ask you because you seem to know randomly how to pronounce things. Cassidy? Is this supposed to be Cassidy? I definitely said Cassandra multiple times throughout this whole campaign. I think it's supposed to be Cassidy. Wait, where do we end up? I guess we'd travel, right? Because otherwise I have to start in the marsh again. I think technically we just travel from Marsh of the Rebirth. Because we didn't draw the other one. We kind of just said we're good. So I'm going to rule that we traveled. Cassandine. Cassandine. Okay. Cassandine. That is how I would pronounce it. But yeah, no, forever I was like, oh, it's Cassandra. And I was like, that's not what that says at all. We're going to say that we traveled because we just kind of gave up and we had the ability to travel. Cassandine. Cassandine. Interesting. I will say I wish they would put the pronouns on the card. Because I was right, it was she, her. I just didn't know until I read something. And I was like, oh, that's a little disappointing. Oh, I didn't get... Oh, yeah. Quizzy's snacks. If I had gotten those, if I had seen those, we could have actually... We would have actually been really fine. Because we would have been able to... I wish they had pronounced it... Yeah, that would be cool, too. Actually, I don't know who's responsible. I don't know who on the team would be responsible for that. Navarro! Get on it! Because Chobrug does rule, so I don't think that falls under his purview. We have to find out where we're traveling. I think when you travel, you can travel to any location connected by swamps. My thought would be Mound of the Navigator. I think that seems correct. Whoop. So I think we're going to travel to the Mound of the Navigator. Yeah, that just seems correct. Pro La Navarro for the old stuff and MJ going forward. That is correct. Yeah. I had to read it. All right. Yeah, so we can't change our deck. We didn't get any rewards anyways. We did old friend out ale, which was funny. Like, hey buddy, buddy pal, friend amigo, you're gonna help right now. Probably Navarro for the older stuff and MJ going forward. Oh yeah, it's true. Are you excited for Trailblazers? I'm not excited. I kickstarted it, but I only put in the... I did start, but I only kickstarted enough to get the pledge manager and then added the the Earthborne Rangers pack. But I don't think I can justify spending $100 when I can't like, I don't know. I don't know if I can justify the $100 for it right now. I can justify it in the future. Like, I don't think it... Yeah, I can't justify it not from a expense measure, but from a current situation measure. So... Hell yeah. Me and the other people in our Earthborne. Yeah. If I had a group, it would be different. My friend might pick it up. And I'll just play there. I was thinking about picking up because I thought it would be cool because I can stream it. I can do more streaming Earthborne Rangers as I'm kind of slightly inconsistent, I feel is worse because this is a campaign style game. Where in that, I feel like I can just be like, oh, I want to stream randomly today. Pick it up and play it. So what is totally? Yeah, yeah. I wasn't sure. I'm not typically a. Oh, yeah. We'll say that we traveled to where was that place? Mound of the Navigator via swamp. Oh, we didn't technically camp, but yeah, I'm not normally a big board game person. Like I think I've gotten more into it because of Earthborne Rangers. Like my background is primarily uh my I guess I've played board games a lot of my life, but primarily my family plays tabletop role playing games, and then I got into Magic the Gathering the last 2 months more than I have in years. What else? What else are you crowdfunding? I guess it's not true. I've crowdfunded some stuff. I crowdfunded Grim Hollow. I just don't think I'm. I don't think I'm Kickstarter or anything else. I have to use my phone to check that because this computer is logged in with a account that has nothing on it. Oh my god, there's a dark mode for Living Valley. I didn't notice that. The Old King's Crown, back Leviathan Wilds expansion, and now Trailblazers. Okay. Um, whatever. Yeah, I have like the Pendragon card game, I think is the other Kickstarter I have. I haven't done many. Choppy connection to YouTube? That's crazy because it's saying it's healthy for me. You see what? Uh, YouTube is telling me I'm happy. That doesn't always mean it's happy though. Oh, on your end? Okay. But yeah. No, I was gonna say, yeah, I've never been historically a huge board gamer, so like when Trailblazers came out, I was like, maybe? And then I looked at it and I went, okay, no, this seems fun. But yeah, my start was far more I started RPGs my family plays. I got into Magic the Gathering. At some point, like 3 years ago, I almost fully stopped Magic because I got into Netrunner. And from there, I found Earthborne Rangers, and this has been my like board games have been solo card games. So it's been this, Marvel Champions, sometimes Arkham Horror. Um, my preference is this to Arkham Horror for solo play. Um, for group play, it depends on the group. There are definitely groups who love Ark. Saying love Arkham is, I guess they love Arkham, but like more importantly, they like Eldritch Horror. They're okay with it being devastatingly hard. And then I have some friends who are like, absolutely not. Give me the safe feeling of Earthborne Rangers. I think the no auto fail is what makes me like it more in a single player. That's where we need to travel to. I met the people in my group that I play ABR through Netrunner. Netrunner is a great game. It is one of my definitely my favorite competitive card games in a long time, especially now with null signal games taking over and allowing proxying at all levels. Not taking over, but being custodians of and allowing proxying at all levels of competitive play. That was actually my thing. Was I was like, oh, it's a game that I don't have to spend money for. Back in 2012, yeah, that's technically that's not before I played Netrunner, but that is before I played Netrunner. Where's my... Oh, it got stuck. Alright. I was like, where's my Journey mission card? 2012. Yeah, I was like, I technically own the core box and had played it, but I did not see it as a competitive card game. I saw it as a pseudo board game. I might even have my 2012 core box around here. Or my other one. I bought one for like $30 the other day. And keep it around as like a as just like a keepsake of just kind of the the weirdness of having a core box that didn't give you all 3 playsets. Or give you a full playset of every card. So this is gonna be... We're gonna put up a BRB screen for like... No, actually that's fine. This is gonna be day 22. We're just setting up. We will read 27 entry after we shuffle our cards. Please feel free to continue chatting. I just figured we should get the show on the road a little bit. I went alone to a local board game convention, saw 2 people sitting down. Yeah, we've been friends ever since. Surprised, I live in New Hampshire, right? This is not like, I don't hide this fact too much. I went to a game store, saw posters for Netrunner, like local Netrunner meetups. I have to say 2, maybe. I think it's been 3 years, just about. And I joined the Discord, and I was like, oh, I've wanted to play Netrunner. Like, I heard like it came back. I've heard that the competitive scene's actually really fun. And I just sat there for like months not ever joining, and then randomly the organizer, Eric from Neon Static, posted selling his Fantasy Flight L5R collection. And at the time, I was playing L5R barely, very infrequently with some friends. I went, oh, it would be cool to just have the whole collection, so that way we're not like talking, like looking up deck lists that we can't build. And we'll have like most of the full thing. We just won't have like a couple of the last packs. So I went there, bought the L5R from... Yeah, I have. I never played it enough to want to play L5R for anything other than an extended night. Like, our games would last like 3 hours because we did not know how to play this game. Okay. Yeah, I can pull it up. I can look at it on my phone. If I need to pull it up on stream, I can figure that out. But yeah, no, I bought a thing and then I sat down to play one game of L5 or of Netrunner because he's like, "Oh, do you want to try it?" Yeah, it is a brain burner of a game. There are also things about the FFG one, and I have the old decks too, right? Like I can test. Okay, I say old. I like I just have precons of the Ivory edition of from AEG. Right? Yeah, AEG. So I've played both games now. And I will say I hate and love both of them equally. I'm gonna assume that you tried to send me something on Discord. Oh. Yeah, I've tried both, and I think, yep, I got it. I just accept it. I think I like the. There are many parts of the old one I like more. So I have been trying to hack together a way of like merging the rules I like from both games into one super L5R game. But that has not worked out. What, is that a Unicorn Grand Champ thing? Oh my god, you played L5R. For sure. That's crazy. It was that is that you were on the faction that won, or is that like that was your faction that won? Or like you won the game and then they print it with the faction that you won the game with? Is kind of what I'm trying to ask. Because that game has a weird culture. Like, I've never played it competitively, but I understand that there's a weird culture about, like, you are a faction, and, like, you are forever part of that clan. Like, there isn't, like, people who jump around a lot. Which is... No, I was the best unicorn at... Okay. But still, I mean... I don't... They only ever had the major clans, right? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because like coming from like Netrunner, right? Like you bounce around the factions kind of frequently. Maybe it's just because I'm playing in a meta of people. Yeah, faction loyalty was a big deal. That's kind of weird. Like I guess it's cool. I guess there's enough factions too. Like in Netrunner, there's only 3 runner for corp factions, so you can't like. It would be harder to find a faction that fully fits your wants, and there's definitely more room for cross over. Oh, you were the only unicorn? Ah. No, I have not gotten to Polyarmory Rocks. This is, oh, I'm realizing the problem with multi-streaming. I need to figure out how to merge the two chats. Hi, Rocks, in my dryer. Have I gotten Polyarmory? No, I have not gotten to Polyarmory. I have a brick for a desktop. Hi there. Hello. No, I have not. It is on my list to figure out, but I currently have a desktop that if I try to play games off of a PC instead, I have a desktop. It just currently doesn't. It's just currently just a brick, though. I need to figure an SSD problem. It is currently on my list. Oh, try a PC instead of a brick. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have to fix the SSD. It is on my list, though, of things that I need to stream. I do need to figure out a way to find. Wow, wow, AI viewers. Now, okay, because now I'm having. Fair, you were the only. Raxus from YouTube was just talking about how he was the only. Can I even fix this midstream? You get few of those by adding sub. Yeah, I'll add that to my fan terms. Thank you, Rox. Sorry, YouTube chat. Twitch chat is. Yeah, I'll make a note to add that to my. Fan terms. Twitch was getting weird. Yeah, I have two chats. Um, we, hi Rox, we were reminiscing about about card games, Netrunner and L5R from the FFGJs, which is crazy. I can't believe you were the only unicorn at a tournament though. Oh, I mean that where I should figure I the streamer should figure out how to merge two chats together. My brain is just a little cooked right now. I can jump over to Twitch, no problem. I haven't played Netrunner in years. Let me tell you. Where are my Netrunner stuff? Oh, I found my core rule box. I dug this out of my bookcase earlier. And I just got a bunch of. I'm very confused about where all of the cards I was literally organizing a moment ago. Hello. I stopped around Mumbad's cycle. I started at Null Signal. I started technically at Null Signal Games. Yeah, no, that. I am actually really confused for this. It's not the biggest deal in the world. I just confused. Oh, I put it over there. Okay, I found them. I had all of my community alt arts, and official alt arts in multiple binders, and I finally went through and took duplicates and put them into the community chest. So I was gonna show off my community chest. Remember, is how I found Team Covenant 2, and yeah, I found Team Covenant through their pandemic streams. Because they were streaming at the time that I was commuting, I think from work, maybe to work on the bus. I've only played it from, never got into the meta. Yeah, I do think it. Should I choose my words carefully? I think Netrunner competitively is more about community building than it is about a good meta. The meta kind of stinks. And I think that has always been true. But I like the community around it. There's a lot to do with community building. But yeah, we will start with day 21. Oh, hopefully yep, day 21 for Earthborne Rangers. We just finished up the finale. The learning curve for a new game and the meta is a big time energy sink and sometimes a money sink. Current Netrunner, the money sink is not there, but no, it's big energy sink for the meta. But for me, if I was just meeting people every week and we were just playing Netrunner, it would still be worth. Quite excited, but Hubworld Eidolon, which is the, I guess they have they directly tried to call it a spiritual successor to Netrunner? Because I feel like that's always the tagline, but I don't know if that's what they've called it. But Earthborne Games, who makes this game, Earthborne Rangers, is doing a game called Hubworld Eidolon, which is kind of like Netrunner. I've played it 3 times, and my feelings on it are 4-player was really fun. 1v1 was, I could just play Netrunner, and that was my feeling for it. I was like, oh, I could just play Netrunner if I'm going 1v1. The 4-player was actually a lot of fun. I want to play more of it. There were, even with the problems, the 4-player was fun. And I could at least see a game existing around it. Homeward Bound. Essays of Shepherding. Quizzy's Favorite Snack. Talus Perseverance, and Quizzy's Favorite Snacks. Where were these yesterday? No, but I mean, they haven't. Yeah, it is rooted in Netrunner. Yeah, for sure. But I loved, multiplayer. I think multiplayer is where Hubworld shines, and I think that is actively the best part of it. I am sorry about the ad breaks. I literally can't stop them. You're gonna get it in about a minute 30. I don't think I can change those settings now while I'm streaming. We're gonna keep this. We're on a trail. We're on a mountain and a trail. Yeah, we're gonna definitely keep Talus Perseverance. Quizzy's Favorite Snacks. I don't think I care about Essays of Shepherding anymore. I don't care about Homeward Bound, and I don't need 2 Quizzy's Favorite Snacks. Oh, I do need another card, though. Reclaimer Mika's Skin over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a Ranger Badge, follow in my footsteps, which is good if we need to travel, if we have a feature that's going to block us. Bioscience Sensors and a Zoological Compendium. This is a fine deck. A fine hand. If this was a Oru, I think I'd be much happier, though. Have YouTube Premium. Haven't seen an ad in a while, but I'll support it. So, missed your response. Oh, right. I was saying that I think Hubworld Eidolon should focus more on multiplayer. I think that is where it's going to shine. In my opinion, like, for me, the multiplayer is going to be what attracts me to it. There are going to be people who like the 1v1. And I don't think they're wrong for liking it. I just think, for me, I'm going to be like, I could play Netrunner here. 3-player. I haven't played 3-player, but I'm sure it's going to evoke the same feeling. The preview decks were a little clunky. Because they were the same deck, I couldn't tell strategy differences. But yeah, no, like, for me, 100% I would be for that. Yeah. This is the hand I'm going to keep. We're going to go to Mound of the Navigator, 27. From the pillar of rocks known as the Mound of the Navigator, you can see for miles in all directions. Many centuries ago, the Estians cultivated an aerotum of airborne Ooh, I love when I don't know words. Oh, arboretorium. Right. At the summit of the mound, and a curved, narrow switchback trail that leads there. As you approach, a flock of dark feathered birds lift to the sky, leading your eye out into the valley and the distant mountains beyond. Journey to Lone Tree. We rarely play any game that doesn't work at least 3, since we rarely schedule anything if not all of us can come. Yeah. That makes sense. It's why I like Earthborne Rangers, because if I'm just A, I can just play it by myself. B, if like I'm visiting a friend, if I visit my friend and then, or we're at a convention and there's other people, go to the crossroads and find Ben. I was gonna go find Milo Sacco first and then oh yeah, we should mention. I'm thinking before I get to Lone Tree Station, I should probably unflood. White Sky and Golden Shore are currently flooded. I probably should fix that before I return home. I could go to the crossroads and find Ben, but I could also go to White Sky and try and fix that. So lead ranger, which is us, we search the path deck for the next feature. It's this, and put it into play, and then we draw a card. Mound of the Navigator. We can put roots to this location. Yeah, you have a sense of pride. Yeah, I feel like Oru Voss Traveler. What are we? 81. Oru, not Oru. Aura Voss. I've accepted snacks. 81.1. Greetings, you hear a voice from ahead and you see Aura approaching. You'll never guess who's gone off on another one of her adventures. Can you help me find Quizzy again? Put a leash on this. Yeah, I mean Ben does get me close to the White Sky. Oh right, yeah, because I have to weirdly go up and around, right? Crossroads Station. Yeah, we have to travel around. I forgot how this works. I'm guessing you know all of the places you can turn in. Are there other Where else can I turn it in? Oh, I can go to like Spire, right? I can go into that weird place and find him. Because it says find Silo Mako, and I don't know if I know every location. I know there's a couple. I think Fractured Wall is one of them. All right. This is my hand. God. AKA, where the man who is in Fractured Wall is one. Yeah, that's the one I know. I think there's the place in Spire you can go underneath. I don't know if he appears, though. I think I've always just gone to Fractured Wall because I can just find him. ecology thresh point is at another. And I can't just. Can I go down the sinkholes? I can just travel right now. No. Okay. So we can just go to the biological outpost immediately. Not to turn in the quest. Okay. This is 0 currently. You won't block me. I can analyze. I think I put some route locations, right? I can do like, I can do this and then make biological just 2 easier. Wait. I want to go to white sky. Oh, white sky because of the bubble? Ah, yes, true, true, true. A real expert. Because white sky has that weird underground bubble, which is how I got the quest, I believe, in the first place. I think I'm gonna try this because I think it is better to just have 2 travels, 2 progress on the next location. Or do I just do I do 1 and then no, I can't. No, that doesn't make sense. We'll just do this. -1. We get 1 route added. I don't think I should grind for another one. I think it's better to just leave and make more progress throughout the day. So we can play a ranger badge, and then I paid 3, sorry. And then we can play a Quizzy's favorite snack. We'll put 2 on there. And then we'll just Talos Perseverance. It says to put 3 on a trail. Mount of the Navigator has the trail thing, trail trait. And then increase, if it is a mountain or an obstacle, increase that number by 2. Mount of the Navigator has the mountain trait. So we put 5. So it's in the bubble. Yeah, that makes sense. God, messy board state again. We get 3 XP on Ranger Badge. We'll use Voice of the Elder to spend an awareness to add that. And then we'll travel. We draw a card. It is a Pokedo the Ferret. And we're traveling to Biological Outpost. Biological Outpost. I miss having my other friend to stream with for Earthborne Rangers. It was oh, you did Talos? Yes, I did do Talos Quest. And then I found out that when I did Talos Quest, that in my first campaign, I never completed her correctly. I never permanently added her to Tumbledown. Yes, I did do Talos Quest though. This is via Grasslands, so we'll pull out everything that isn't the Tenebrae. Oh no. Swamp. Hopefully we'll never return to the swamp ever again. You were have you heard from him? I have heard a couple times from him. I need to reach out to him again. He's doing well. He's on base. He has internet, so I can talk to him again. I'm trying to find out when he's planning on streaming again. so I can at least come and support. But yeah, he's doing. Last I heard he was doing all right. I'm gonna make sure to reach out to him again, just make sure he's all right and stuff. But yeah, no, I just miss being able to like. It was nice when two people were around because like I could take my turn. We can both rift while the other is taking their turn. Because sometimes I'm sitting here in silence because I'm like, I need to like plot out a combo, and it was nice to have somebody else who would just rift. Yeah, those streams definitely also taught me how to read and interact with chat way more. Like I think Trent mentioned it once. He was like, "You talk to the chat so much," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, no, I just that is the one thing I learned through the streaming days. It's just like make sure I chat." All right, biological outpost. We'll put 2 up here just to remember that it gets 2 progress. We'll read 22. Oh, I do forget that I can just click on the map to find it. Many years ago, the Rangers strung a blind between several towering trees, large enough that half a dozen people could live in cozy comfort. In the time since, the blind was replaced with a multi-story building with space enough to accommodate a small village. Here, the locals devote to biological research and studies of valley wildlife, especially focusing in the area's unique biomelds. But yeah, it was great. I'm gonna try to convince him. If he's on break, I'm gonna try and convince him to do another stream with us, especially if I can get MySpace more set up for multiple people. I need to not put my hands in front of my face. Search the deck for the next predator or prey. Overgrown thicket, Sitka buck. And then we'll draw another card. Sitka buck. Sitka buck. Oh my god, this is so much easier. I've been in the swamp for like days. I've been in the swamp for I think it was 4 campaign days. Seeing a 1 presence 5 progress beast prey is like, oh nice. This is easily doable. So I just need to put 2 more on the outpost, which is Forest and Ranger Station. Who even needs to progress? Internet opting again. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, if there's cross chatter between Twitch and YouTube, I'm gonna try and keep up. But thank you guys so much for like stopping by, of course, and watching the stream. 87. We're getting back into just reading everything. A shadow skims over your head and you duck, thinking you're about to be attacked by hungry Irex. You look up in relief to see the shape of Ben Amon's custom-made glider, the Swift, passing overhead. It lands gently in a clearing a short distance away. As you approach, you see Ben Amon emerge from the cockpit, stretch his leg, then checks something on the other side. Hello there, he says, looking up from his work. I'm on an errand for Elder Thrush, but if you're in need of assistance, maybe I can give you a ride. This man. Well. He's convinced 3. I'm not actually that good at convincing him. Yeah, he must have heard. Yeah. When Kale Ivor had to come and save me. I can try to convince him. Oh, this needs to take down by one. That's fine. Yeah, I guess, like, why not? Like, worst case, I lose the heart. But I don't think I care too much about that. Oh, well, before I make this thing, I should play Pocono. I should at least play the cards that I want to play before I try this. Now I can try it. There, I make it. We move him on here, and then we clear him. Ben MVP. Very MVP. We cleared him. After some discussion, Ben gestures towards the swift. Climb aboard, he says. Elder's asked me to run these supplies across the valley as quickly as possible, but the winds are favorable today. I should be able to make your journey a little easier and be back to Lone Tree by sundown. Now, where to? Don't worry, closer to where you want to go. We're going to turn on Firefox. So, Biological Outpost, Crossroads Stations, Spire. We can go to Spire. We can... Well, I think that's basically the only way to continue to where I want to go, which is... One, two, I could go to Branch. I could Spire. I could go the wrong direction. Yeah, I think we get to Spire. It gets us two closer. We immediately move to the travel phase. Cool. Then that's pretty good because I'm pretty sure I saw the glimpse of a. Yeah, I did see a glimpse of a terrible a terrible fate. Yeah, I just need to go to Spire via Grasslands? Grasslands. It is weird to me that the grasslands are brown. I get are yellow. Location. Spire. These are not in a logical location. Wait. Oh, and that's the wrong Spire. Wu-Tang? Are you translating things? I just keep seeing the Google Wu-Tang. Hee. Yeah, that was the. I almost grabbed the wrong Spire, so I'm glad I caught that. Pivotal location. Oh yeah, this is the weird one, right? Where they just. Sunken Outpost isn't a pivotal location, nor is it guards. Old bloody cooker. Ah, old bloody bastard. Hmm. Oh, okay. It's just weird that, like, I'm seeing a Google Translate on that. Weird. All right. So we could go into Spire and meet with Mako. Siluro Mako. But I think we just want to go to White Sky. So I think we would rather just go to White Sky. These can go away. This is my hand. We draw a card. There. Yeah. That, I don't know. I'm not even sure. It might be. I noticed that it might be just weird things. I noticed that my computer started also translating Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. Google be googling. Yeah. It might just be Firefox doing Firefox things. Actually, this isn't even Firefox, is it? So, we draw a card and then we draw a card. This one first. It has ambush. I fatigue 2. Oh no, woe is me. Oh, I need to add my energy back. Oh, and Artelope. Darn. I can't just tell this Perseverance it. I'm not injured. Blood beckoned Velix. I'm gonna try and connect with it. So it's really my only way around this. I'll put 3 progress on him. Crest. Nothing happens. I'm gonna try to remember my training. Oh, I need to open up. Sorry, I just had to make sure that Twitch was still open. LC2. Not of that deck. You guys can. It might be a little easy to tell that I am. I've been streaming for 3 hours now. This is fair. But yeah, I've been very excited to stream more Earthborne. So, Reclaimer Mucus or Dear Friend. Neither of these really help me right now. They can both go to the bottom. Then I can draw a card. Intention Translator. That actually is good. I just don't currently have that. Sun. If there's an active shuffle this being into the path, that can draw a path. Oh, this might hurt me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm trying to do either Sunday. I'm really trying to do Saturday mornings. Yeah, that's what I thought. I figured if I streamed earlier in the day, some of the normal viewers might be able to catch me, and I might catch random people who don't always tune in. But oh, okay, he's back. Does he fire now? Because are we still resolving Suncrests when he comes out? It's 10:30. Yeah. So he just shuffles himself back away. That's so funny. Okay, this one. But this one misses, right? Because we're here on the resolution scale, if I remember right. We resolve this, this, these. Okay, perfect. Perfect. These are the weird edge cases that I can't always remember. I use Voice of the Elder, spending this awareness just to take up the Ranger badge. I don't want to spend... Sorry, my work phone is actually blowing up right now. Oh, okay. Sorry, my phone blew up, but it was just my coworker. Nope, not that one. Where's my face cam? It was just my coworker wanting to spend time. I see. What? Draw Sun Infinite Shuffle. Oh, yeah, correct. You can get stuck in the infinite loop with 2 antelopes. One in your deck, one in play. Do we have rulings on what to do about that? I don't want to try to traverse the... Yeah, I just don't want to take the damage. Yeah, okay. I would hope that we had some, but... Is the resolution to just stop? Okay. Good. I think that's 3 times. Like, if you know both cards are antelopes, like, you should just stop. But it comes out and then stays. That makes sense. That's not a bad infinite loop. It's also kind of hard to set up. Like, it would be hard to, like, get set up on that. Oh, you're an obstacle, so you're actually going to stop me from moving on. Yeah, it's super edge case, but it can still happen. Yeah. But, like, I could see how playtesters didn't see that. Yeah, I can see how playtesters wouldn't have seen that. Sorry, my brain is firing all half cylinders. I don't think I want to try this test yet. Hungry Scruff is the only thing I'm kind of worried about seeing. Yeah, I have learned obstacle is a keyword that should be respected. I just don't want to take the 2 thing because taking 2 fatigue seems cringe. And, like, next turn I can put out the intention translator, connect with this, probably remove it, getting back. Get through here. Oh, I can also connect with this, follow in my footsteps. Now, even though it's an obstacle, it doesn't stop me from telepressing putting progress on here, right? Because this isn't a test, this is not interacting. You sure can. Perfect. That's what I don't want to, because it's not going to clear this enough. Like, then I still have to make a test. And I'd rather make the test, see if I need it. Like, if we're one away, I can just do the test again. So I'm just going to keep everything and move on to the next round. We'll draw a card. It's a Paratopus whistle. I love seeing those. Clear day becomes midday sun. That's fine. Artelope. Hello, you're back again. Follow my footsteps. Talos for Spire. Sorry. That's what I meant. Like, because this is an obstacle, it doesn't stop me from putting... This is a trail. So Talos would work. Because I can't follow the footsteps this. Because it's not a feature. Yeah. Yeah, I just meant, like, obstacles stop you from interacting with it, not, like, playing cards that do stuff. There was a question earlier in the stream, and I was like, wait, hold up. We definitely can play cards. I definitely don't take all of the heart for playing a card. We'll play an Intention Translator, and then we'll play a Paratopus Whistle. Because being immune to damage is good. We'll use Voice of the Elder, spending this awareness that I probably won't need for Intention Translator. We'll try and connect with the Bloodbecken Velix. We'll spend a charge going to 3, so we're at 4 for this test. The difficulty is 2, so I can't fail. -1, we'll put 3 on here. Crest happens. Nothing, nothing, nothing. If there's one or more injury on this being, there's not. And if the ranger is injured, it is not. We are not. Perfect. Yeah, only interacting is only test. Yep. Perfect. I am learning. Oh, sorry. We did 3? Oh no, yeah. Now is the timing window, I believe, for following the footstep is after the resolution of all of the things. So we'll put 3 on Anthill. Challenge icons. Yeah, I think after challenge icons resolve is the timing window for following your footsteps. And we will pass. 3 spirit, 2 focus, 1 awareness, 2 fitness. We get another Intention Translator. That's fine. We can commit it to cards. The sun gets 1 cloud. And we'll draw another card. It's another Artelope. They're fun. Honestly, it's not too bad. Remember my training for 2? So I scout 2, which is basically just scry. I don't think I need to Dear Friend here. Yeah, because there's nothing in this deck that is beings. And I don't think I'll need to after. Maybe, but I like Stout-Hearted Guardian, so we'll grab Stout-Hearted Guardian. I kind of want to try to put Stout-Hearted Guardian on because it will let me soothe fatigue. But I think I'd rather just try and get this guy calmed down. I can just try 2 though, but if I get a -1 now, I do just want to be able to clear him. Oh, I do have to shuffle. Dear Friend does not work on the Spire deck, yes. No, yep. Are you planning on changing your Ranger deck going forward, or you think... I think everything with this deck, so... The original plan, I thought, for some reason, I thought Ranger DB had a deck list of the week, like Marvel Champions, Arkham Horror, Netrunner. It does not. So I actually originally wanted to, or that wasn't even my full intention. I think my original idea was I wanted to see other people's like deck lists, and then every day of the campaign play a different variation of a deck. But I think I'm just going to go through it with this deck. I think my idea is that maybe we'll start lore with a different one, but I don't know. I'm kind of happy with this guy so far. I don't know. I am willing. If you have a deck list you think would be fun or interesting to show off, I'm more than willing for a day to just switch Rangers. That is kind of the benefit of this. But I'm doing a test for 3 on the blood deck. Perfect. He scores. Will suffer a fatigue from the heat. Discard 1 from 1 progress from this and add a harm. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. That's cool. Yeah, I just think I know this deck enough. Again, if there, and it's like a little hard because like I know some of the rare cards I didn't get or I won't be able to get, so some of those decks that would benefit from those aren't possible. But I don't know. I think it's cool that it's my stream deck. It's going to be the one I bring for Incandescent Skies. So, my plan is to bring this deck. Probably with some switched out rewards. Okay, one of these has to go in and then... Okay. How many cards are there? 3, 6, 9? Okay. Just a little hard. I was just curious. I don't have any ideas. Yeah. I think the same thing. On my solo one, I've changed my Ranger, but only because I wanted to see what the other classes were like. We're gonna go 1 through 8. The bottom one's 9, so it can't be that one. We'll draw this guy. Anthill. And then nothing has a presence of nothing else. No, it itself has 2. Oh, itself is only 1. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. I, for some reason, thought it had 2 presents. No, just curious. You remember? Yeah, I think, yeah. Same Ranger going through everything. Yeah, I think it's... Yeah. Because in my other playthrough, because I'm halfway through Lore of the Valley on my side, on like my first playthrough of every campaign with my first Ranger. And I got to a point where I was just stuck. My like deck couldn't function, so I just changed that deck to get through that part. And then I was like, okay, we'll switch back. It was just like, it was frustrating because it was like, oh, this deck is not built for this scenario, and spending like 3 of your precious days trying to do one thing is just rough. I will have her switch to a new card release. I switched to the Fortress. Oh, yeah. Switch in new cards. Yeah. Did you say lore or legacy? Sorry, legacy. In legacy, I had to switch a character for a certain portion. I don't remember what. Yeah, I think there was some part down in the arcology that I was getting stuck with. I switched characters and then I switched back. I have played some of Legacies. I haven't played all of it. I kind of stopped because we were doing this stream and I was like, I'm probably going to play it on stream. We just finished day 16. I think I'm on like day 8, 9. No, not even, like day 6, I think. It wasn't very far. I don't have my sheets with me. Okay. These are 2. I'm gonna eat a snack to soothe 3 fatigue. Ah. There you are, Oru. I'm sure it sure is yeah. We're gonna increase the intention translator with this awareness with Voice of the Elders. And then I'm gonna pass turn. Like, I could just take the damage and deal with this, but at the same time I can do like Oru the sheepdog. Connect with the Artelope using the intention translator, so I'm at 2 for this test. Oh, I do need to draw another path card. This will actually probably... Move this guy up for 2. He's actually kind of the problem. Yeah, let's take a step back. I think I can still play Oru. I think that is the right... Oh, I have the whistle. That's right. But before I move him up, I could also just try and connect with him, I think. So no Oru. We can... Yeah, I have another intention translator, so I can, like, do this for 3. I think connecting with him should be fine. For 1 test, yeah, I'll be fine for at least 1 test. So we're gonna do 3 against the Scruff. So we'll put 3 progress on him. That was well worth it. Sun. 1 here. And there's an active food always because of Harvester. So even if I tried to like eat through the snacks and installed something else, he would still be upset. The Artelope runs away. Oh, we suffer a fatigue. We'll just roll a die. I think there's 8 of them now. Yep. Okay, another obstacle. And then he runs away. These Artelopes, man. I should... How much are they? Oh, 5. Okay, I couldn't have cleared them. At least it's not Whispering Field. Well, currently. 1, 2, 3. Morning Root. Alright. And then Oru will move him up for 5. And then we can try and traverse this anthill. Hello, Benethor. I think that is how you pronounce. Benetarthur. How's it going? We're playing some Earthborne Rangers. We're kind of at the last leg of the campaign, but we're just kind of... Push really thought I'd jinx you. Oh, I really thought I'd jinx you. Oh, okay. No, we don't need jinxing. We expended that. So I think we want to explore this one. This one's really hard. Oh, I don't have, oh yeah, I do. Okay. So we're going to try this. The difficulty is 0. I'm sure it might be 1 technically, but we'll put 4 progress. But we get a crest. That is fine. Oh, we're actually fine for multiple tests too because of how this works. So 4 crests, nothing on our missions. Active food, I would suffer an injury, but I'm going to use not this Paratopus whistle to ignore the injury. I believe it's still exhausted. And that's it. Oh, who knew Spire was going to be the problem? I can rely on my training? Or remember my training? For some extra cards? Yeah, I think we can afford that. I think day 21 will not be as big of a day. We'll try this to just remember our training so we can scout some cards. We'll scout 2 cards. Before I get told that I don't exhaust him. Reclaimer Mucus, meh. Zoological Compendium is even worse. I think those 2 can just go on the bottom. Reclaimer Mucus could technically help here. But I think I can homeward bound it worst case. We'll draw Quizzy's favorite snacks. Crest, there's no crest fires. And Voice of the Elder will spend this awareness to increase Paratopus Whistle. And then we'll untap everything as we rest. We technically draw a card first, then we draw a path card. I think is the Whispering Fields. Response: when you would draw a path card, instead attach this face down. Okay. Oh, this is part of my hand. I'm going to play a Stout-Hearted Guardian for 2 spirit. I'm going to use Oru the Sheepdog to clear the Scruff. Remember to draw a card for what... There it is. Oh! Thank you, Rake. Yeah. Words melding together. Recrius. That, yeah. So, what do I want to? Rakria. Yeah, Raycreus. I just. Brain melted. Oh, I can't even clear it by. Oh no. How do I even deal with this? I mean, it's a Flora, but I don't have a way of dealing damage to Flora. Well, all of this is 0, so I can still try and traverse. I don't need a second Ranger badge. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is I just get rid of it and take the fatigue. I think I'm going to commit just a Pokedo and clear this guy. Now here's for the -2. -1. That still clears it. Oh, sorry. Midday sun turns to perfect day. Mountains. Yeah, it is my only choice. Yeah. Mountains. If the test added progress had an additional, it won't. Doesn't really matter. If there's an active hungry scruff. If there's an active prey. Nope. Voice of the Elders, spending this awareness to increase the Paratopus whistle because that keeps me alive the most. Soothe 1 fatigue off of Stout-Hearted Guardian. We'll try and connect with Pokedo. Do I? No. I think I don't do extra tests in case this goes down one more because it becomes really hard to traverse. So, I do have Homeward Bound, though. So I actually could do it through that method. So I guess both are fine. Yeah, because then I could do 1 here, turns to 2 here. Move him, turns to 2, turns to 4. Yeah, I can... And plus I can... Yeah. We're thinking with portals now. I think we do that test. It's 1. I'm not going to commit anything to it. If it fails, it fails. No, if it fails and doesn't help me, that's way worse, right? So we commit a Oru, and then -2 is the only thing that fails. 0. We put 2 on here. Mountains puts a 3rd one on here. And that's it. Pokedo goes down. I exhaust him. We'll put something on Intention Translator. I forgot that I had Intention Translator. Made sure that it's even higher. Alright. We rest. Draw a card. Draw a path card. The clouds go down. Mount Hill. There's no active hungry scruff. And I don't even draw this. This goes here. Yeah, that says if an active hungry scruff, exhaust it. So I skipped through it because it was not so if I Oru Pokedo feeds Oru. That removes progress. I had sound effect. Yeah. Oru moves Pokedo. Pokedo This is so dumb. We'll increase our intention translator. we oh, I forgot to I forgot to even give myself back the energy. We connect with Oru. We'll spend the intention translator. So this is 4. 4 turns to 3 with a mountain effect, turns to 8 with this, with perfect day. There's no hungry scruff, and there's no active prey. I then homeward bound all 8 to clear the anthill. Goofy ass fucking... Oh, no. That's 6. Goofy ass fucking setup. We'll use voice of the elders just to increase the intention translator. I do need to start sensing this, so actually, no, don't do that. We'll actually do it with a focus. We should actually use our 1 sense to try this. Clever as a sheephound. So if this is what if I fail the central? Does nothing come out? Because I think I need to at least try to get one of these out, because we're going to replace it. We're going to have another one in there, and 6 is a little too many. And I only have 1 awareness around. Nothing comes out. Okay. We fail. We need to at least attempt. We don't need to attempt. I can technically just take a bunch of fatigue. But it was worth at least the test. Yeah. No, that's what I thought. But I was like, I should at least confirm. All of these untap. I draw a card. I don't draw a path card. So this is 6 right now. What was the card I drew? It was Stout-Hearted Guardian. Yeah, I think I try again just to see if we can pull something out, because taking 6 seems worse. I get to see 1. Roll a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4. Artelope. Sun effects. Oh no, this did nothing for me. God damn it. Oh, and then 1. Oh, sorry. So actually, the Artelope will activate after. Evens, odds. Evens on the top. Odds, bottom. Morning root. Don't worry, this actually did something for me. Draw a card. There we go. It was well worth. Yeah, I can just push through. I was being dumb. We'll try and traverse for 5. Draw a card. -1. From 5 is 4, so we do travel. Oh, that's... And I have to take 4 fatigue. And then Crest, which I don't think has anything. Nope. Oh no, 4 less, it's totally worth it. Yeah. All right. So we can travel. Do we camp? My brain says yes. Because we'd be heading to Kobo's Market. I'm gonna guess that Kobo's Market is not a trip. So Kobo's Market's trail. Oh yeah, no. I meant sorry. We definitely travel. I meant do we camp for the night? Uh yeah, Kobo's Market's a trail. We're going. I think I can get through it. It goes to midday sun. We are traveling to almost everything north part is valleys or trails. Perfect. We're going Rivers Lake Shore, I think is the name of that icon. Lakeshore to Kobo's Market. Kobo's Market is not. Okay. Sorry. I can actually. I'll quizzy snack first too, as well. To 2-3 fatigue. Paratipus whistle. Paratipus whistle. I think that I have 5 XP on the Ranger badge. I generally don't need the Ranger badge anymore, but it's fun to have. It was really useful in the earlier stages where I didn't have the snacks and everything else that could keep me alive. We can go. Oh, Pocono had an amount of. It looks like it was 3. All right. 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't always do that, but I've been feeling it's been getting harder and harder to fully shuffle these, so I figured some amount of randomness is probably a good idea. Is good, but it's not great. Yeah, it's when I couldn't recover much, when I couldn't recover a lot of fatigue, it was really good because I could expend a bunch of spare resources to recover like 2 to 3 times in a turn. But like now it's like, it's bonkers with normal prodigy. Yeah, that might be what I change. I might change up not the deck, not the range. I might not go with a different ranger. I might just change up some of the base cards. But like I'm also hoping that there's a bunch of rewards that are like actually kind of worth it. Finding aid cards that are rewards I think are hard, but I do need to grab the location, don't I? Aatrox, Mountain, Power, where are we going? Oh, Kobo's Market. Kobo's Market? Kobo's. Ren Kobo. I like that he's never at his own market. I guess very infrequently is he at his own market. We'll read entry 16. And I'll draw a card for turn. Actually, I can just click on the map. If Ren Kobo's market is flooded, it is not otherwise. Given Ren Kobo's Mesopian heritage, it is not surprising that he has set up a market next to a clear spring-fed lake. You see the market bathed in sunlight, bustling with wares from inside and outside of outside the valley. You hear joyful chatter and bantering, the joyful chatter of bantering customers and merchants as you approach. All right. After lore, we chose to get to the elder. Yeah. My only reason I like having the clear sleeves to see the backs, and I don't know if I can print out the Elder Book of Wisdom. Like, I don't know if I can do it in such a way that I can't see the piece of paper from the backside. I might try, but I do have a spare. I have a doubler. I have the normal doubler, and I have another Steward's set on its way, or not on its way. That I got recently, I should say, that I've sleeved up, and I might use those outside for Uncommon Wisdom. I wish they would. I wish there was a way for them to sell printed versions of it, so I didn't have to, like, do weird things. I actually traded away my Ranger badge to walk with me. Just use the Elder's version of the script, maybe? What? Of the script? Like, of the card? Like, I don't know what you mean by the Elder version of the script. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's not bad. It's just like, if I want to look through cards, it's a lot. It's also a lot to remember while I'm keeping all of this up and running. So, search the battle deck for the next feature. This is a feature. Oh, it's an obstacle. Damn it. Oh, yeah, my script. Yeah, no, that would make sense. I could probably do that. I might do that in Lord of the Valley. We'll look through, because, like, this gets a little hectic. Oh, but this is the easy obstacle for me to get through. Oh, this is fine. Three, dear friend, 4. I can't fail this. The focus test. Oh, the focus test. You're right. Oh, I could probably do that too, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. So if I do this... You're right. Oh my god, you're so much better. So yeah, we can do the focus test here, which is follow. We move our... It's a focus plus navigation. Follow test, difficulty 2. We move our ranger token to it and to the feature and add 1 progress to the location. And then our ranger token clears this, and we can't fail if we commit this. So we're 2 plus 2 is 4. Depends how many compass you have in hand, though. Yeah. Oh, we don't. We have Talos. It's a trail. I can just add 3 to it. So we're going to add here, add 1 here. Clear the stream. Mountains. Nothing happens. And then we'll just pay 1 for 1 fitness for Talos Perseverance, which says add 3 to a trail. Kobo's Market is a trail. We get to 4. We can move. I do believe this is where we have to... This is where, logically, we should rest for the day. Am I a logical man? Maybe. Because I don't have another one. I can tap Voice of the Elders. Let's just see. Feels like camp. Yeah. Well, yeah. It definitely feels like camp. We're going to use Voice of the Elders, spending this awareness to shoot this fatigue. No. Yeah. No, this is a good... let me check. I need, yes, it's Grasslands to Boulder Field. So, yeah, that will be a little bit more difficult. No, you're right. Yeah, we can camp. Yeah, I think we do camp. So, yeah. If that was another Talos, I would probably think to push it. Because I don't know how much... I can't wait for all of these cards to be named so I can actually pull them up, because I still have to look through everything because they're named like the date I scanned them -1 -2 -3. So, yeah, you can't push through WF. Oh, Whispering Fields. Yeah. No, I was hedging my bet as a gambling man. But with that, we're gonna... So we traveled from Mound to Biological Outpost. We then traveled from Biological Outpost to Spire via Grasslands. We then traveled to Kobo's Market via Lakeshore, and then we traveled to Boulder's Field, where we finally rest. And we end day 21. So that is the end of the thing. Oh yeah, I was just putting in our electronic log sheet. That's the end. I'm gonna pull up... How does that look for you? Perfect. Ooh. I just figured I should pull this up because this is the big hype news. Is the announcement of Trailblazers. It is a board game based in the Earthborne world, universe, I guess world. But yeah, this came out. They have reached 310,000. So over double their goal. It looks kind of cute. yeah, we cost 300,000, and that's in American dollars. The wedge levels are here. I just want to shout this out. This looks great. I pledged the $5 to get the access, and then I picked up the I mean, not the important thing. All of this is important, but the really cool thing was they did an animation that looked sweet for Earthborne Rangers, and they have this little expansion. So I did pick it up. That was the big Earthborne news. But yeah, I think I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. So I think we're gonna start wrapping it up. But thanks everyone for tuning in to my birthday stream. And we did the finale. I'm gonna do my normal thing where I say, hey, we should be back live Sunday? Saturday? One of the 2 days? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't see why it wouldn't be true, but we will find out. But yeah. We'll be playing through some more Lord of the Valley, just going through probably until day 30. I'll probably give myself till day 30, maybe a bit longer if like something comes up interesting. Yeah. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Yeah, we should be back. We'll be playing more of this, just trying to clean up the mess that we made, and then try and just talk to some of the other Lord of the Valley people, trying to get some more reward cards, help the folks. But yeah, with that, thank you. And YouTube is still live, isn't it? God damn.